This video is intended for educational discussion and does not cover legal specifics. This is not legal advice. Always understand and follow your state and local laws. In this video, I want to talk about using your firearm in a defensive situation, and more importantly, when not to use it. Having a firearm on you doesn't mean that you should use it. If the worst happened right now, what would it take for you to make that decision? This video should serve as an opportunity for self-reflection and not necessarily as an end-all be-all guide. So let's roll. I teach people how to shoot, what firearms to buy, and how to train, because I believe that competence matters. But owning a gun is not the same as being prepared to use it. The gap between possession and responsibility is one that I see growing in today's world, especially with new firearms owners who haven't really thought through their plan and intent when it comes to evasive and defensive strategies. Today I'm going to walk through a mental checklist, the situations where you should not use your firearm, and the clear conditions when you might have to. You don't reach for a gun just because it's there. You don't step towards a threat because you want to feel powerful or because the movies tell you that's heroic. Lethal force is the final tool. It's irreversible and you'll live with that decision forever. That means your baseline rule has to be, only use it when someone's life is in immediate danger and no other safe alternative exists. If you can safely escape, get others out, call law enforcement, or de-escalate, do that. If you're unsure, if the threat isn't clearly identified, if you don't know what's beyond the target, then your firearm should stay in its holster. With that said, here's a breakdown. Are you able to simply leave? If retreat is an option, take it. Survival isn't measured by standing your ground. It's measured by living to see the next day. Are there innocent bystanders in the line of fire? If your shot could hurt somebody else, the responsibility is on you. Is the threat escalating to a physical altercation? Words alone, even heated and hateful ones, do not equal deadly force. Is the threat clearly identified? Without absolute positive threat identification, you are in no position to be taking your firearm out of its holster, let alone applying sight picture. And if you feel the need to unholster your weapon due to fear, adrenaline, or anger, you've officially stopped deciding and started reacting. This is about making a choice that you can live with. Being prepared means understanding your surroundings and having strategies before you walk out the door with your concealed carry. I don't expect you to use a pocket knife against a home intruder. I don't expect you to use a flashlight against an armed assailant. But when the threat isn't immediate or clearly aimed at you, avoidance, escape, and de-escalation should be your go-tos. So what would it take to actually use your firearm? There's an acronym for this called COI: Capability, Opportunity, and Intent. Capability, meaning that the threat has means to cause lethal harm. They have a knife, firearm, or fists positioned to kill. Opportunity, meaning they can reasonably carry out a violent action. They're close enough and unimpeded to do it right now. And intent, that is, their actions indicate that they will use lethal force. They're clearly showing that they mean to kill you and not just threaten you. If all three are present, capability, opportunity, and intent, and there's no safe way for you to remove yourself or others from danger, you may be facing a justified use for your firearm. And this is why all facets of training matters, to recognize these signs before the moment happens. If your plan begins and ends at, "I'll take out my gun and shoot," you do not have a plan. It's a burden that you accept when you decide to carry. And accepting that burden means training for every phase: avoidance, decision, action, and post-incident response. Practice being mentally active and aware of your surroundings so that you can make the right decision and not an emotional reaction. And that's how you become your own first responder. If you learned anything valuable in this video, please take a second to like and subscribe, and leave any questions down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to take a look at them. Until next time, stay safe, stay sharp, yeah Raj.